Welcome to She Leads Boldly, the podcast for faith-driven women navigating high-stakes leadership without compromising what matters most. I am Sharika Sanders, your host, mentor, and kingdom business leader. Here, we embrace bold leadership rooted in purpose, not pressure. This space is for the woman who refuses to choose between faith and ambition, family and fulfillment, impact and rest. Each week, you'll hear powerful conversations, practical strategies, and spirit-led wisdom to help you advocate for yourself, lead with integrity, and rise without burnout. If you're ready to lead boldly, live faithfully, and never settle for less than what God has promised, you're in the right place. So I know we've all heard the verse, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." I want to read what it fully says in Isaiah 54:17, and this is the New Living Translation. So it says, "But in that coming day, no weapon turned against you will succeed. You will silence every voice raised up to accuse you. These benefits are enjoyed by the servants of the Lord. Their vindication will come from me. I, the Lord, have spoken." And so it honestly didn't make me think about me. It didn't make me think about any of the things that I've been through or things that people have tried to do to me. What it took my mind to was my children and the fact that school is about to start. And, well, here in the coming weeks and within the next probably month or so, kids around the country will be back in school. And it makes me think about all the things that they have to battle, honestly, on a daily basis. And just, it makes me want to make sure that they are guarded and that they are protected as they go into this next school year and honestly school years to come. We've heard about shootings, we see fights, all of these things, so many things that happen. Kids trying to impress the wrong people and starting fights or becoming bullies or being bullied. And a lot of it even happens on social media, so parents may not know, or the kids are too embarrassed to say something. But I wanted to not only bring this verse back to our minds, but also to remind us to speak life over our children before they head into their next phase, whether that phase is elementary, middle, high, college, graduating college, whatever that phase is, because as parents, we all know that it doesn't matter how old your child is still your child. That's still your baby, whether it's your 40-year-old baby or your 4-year-old baby or your 4-month-old baby, it's still your baby. And so I just want to make sure to remind us and encourage us to speak life over them, but let them know. And really take the time to sit and explain this to them, because the verse says, "No weapon formed shall prosper." But the thing we seem to forget when trials happen and we're saying, "Lord, why me? Why my child? Why my household?" It never says it won't be formed. It never says troubles won't come. It never says people won't speak against you. It never says people won't try to hurt you. It never says that bad things won't happen. What it says is it will not prosper. Which means when it's all said and done, God will always have the upper hand. God is always in control, and it will always work out for his good. And so I want to encourage you to speak life. One of the things we started doing this last school year, every morning before prayer, well, even let me go back before that, the last probably couple of years before we kick off school, either the day before or night before or at some point before the school year even starts, I anoint each of my children. I pray over them for this upcoming year, for their academics, for their sanity, for their friendships, for their discernment, for their wisdom, all of these things that we think about for ourselves. And a lot of times we downplay it because we're like, "Your kids, get over it." But it's hard. We've been there. And we know how we've had to battle through people saying things and doing things and mean girls and mean boys and all of that. But sometimes we forget and we downplay it when it comes to their particular situation, or we don't take it seriously. But we need to listen to the signs that they give us when they're not speaking. Are they being closed off even more so than normal, or just, don't want to talk, or And sometimes it may just be giving them space, but sometimes it does take that urging, that pushing. And I would even encourage you to say, and during those times, say, Lord, what is it that they need right now? Is it that they need for me to just back off and let you speak to them? Or should I push more to really see what's going on, to let them know that this is a safe place, a safe space where they can say what they need to say? And so I anoint them and we pray before each school year. And then the thing that we started last year was every morning before we leave the house, we pray. And it's not a long prayer. It's, we're probably rushing anyway, because there are mornings where we've done it in the car. But just to give them that extra bit of God is here. He is here. You are covered. You are protected. You are surrounded. We have a hedge around us. And there's nothing that the devil can do that is not approved, I'll say, by God. And if God has approved it, that's because he already knows that how you're going to get out of it, and how he's going to allow you to grow from it, or how he's going to allow you to learn from whatever that thing is. So give them that covering, and they may roll their eyes or whatever else. I know when we first did it, they didn't necessarily roll their eyes, but they kind of looked a little funny, like, okay, what is this? And it went from that to them saying, we didn't pray this morning, reminding me. And even after school ended, because we did it every morning, so after school ended, it was like, oh, we're not all getting up. But before we even left to go to church sometimes, or just going out, on a day, they're saying, oh, we're going to pray. Or they're standing at the table waiting, like, what are you doing? And I absolutely love that. Keep me accountable. It kept me accountable. And so remember that. And it matters because our words matter. A lot of times we know all of the promises and all the things that are spoken over us in the word that we read in the Bible. And a lot of times we limit our own power because we don't use those words. We don't speak that over our situation. We don't proclaim our victory. We allow the devil to have way too much power, and he doesn't. We don't rebuke the enemy. We just allow it. And we sometimes will say, well, God willing. No, we are all children of the Most High God. And as his children, we are automatically heirs. We have an inheritance. So no, God is not going to say, God's will is not for us to be defeated, broken down, hurt, mistreated, abused. So understand that a lot of times, a lot of the things that happen, and again, it's still speaking to, honestly, us and our children in this one, but a lot of the things that happen probably can be prevented if we just use our words. And it doesn't always mean you need to go yelling and screaming, I rebuke you in the name. It doesn't always have to be all of that. Just use your words, like we tell other people, like we tell the kids, use your words. Use your words and speak against that thing. And as you speak against that thing, believe that not only did God hear you, but that demonic spirit, that whatever that thing is that's not supposed to be there, also heard. And speak right to it. Call it out. Call its name if you know it. If it's a spirit of jealousy, if it's a spirit of anger, if it's a spirit of drunkenness, whatever it is, of gossip, whatever that thing is, speak to it and call it out. Kick it out. But understand and know that when we do that, we have to cover ourselves and increase our prayer. Because if we kick it out, we rebuke it, and then we keep going with our same daily habits, we've now left a space open for it to come back in. And that's something that we sometimes don't realize. We think, oh, I was delivered from X, and then you're back to it, and you're wondering, how did I ever get back here? It's because you did rebuke it. You did kick it out. It was rejected. But then you didn't cover yourself. You didn't fill that gap, so to speak, with something more positive, with love, with joy, with peace. Instead, you allowed that space to stay empty. And so because that space stayed empty, that thing came back. And what we forget, or maybe don't know, when it comes back stronger. And so we have to make sure that, again, we speak life over our children, but show them how to speak life over themselves. Show them and remind them how important the words are that come out of their mouth, how important it is that they think positive thoughts, because their actions will follow those thoughts. Those words will follow those things that are going through their minds. And so we need to make sure that they're aware of that. Don't say, I can't. I don't know how yet. Don't say, oh, this is never going to happen for me. It could. You never know. Oh, that teacher is mean. She never gives anybody second chances until you. Don't ever discount yourself, you and them. And that's something to let them see, because all they need to have is just a little bit of belief, and to see something happen in their favor, and it just continues to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And so things may not go according to plan. The schedule may not be the one that they like. They may no longer have a class with their friend, or someone close to them may have moved away. Such and such isn't coming back to school. I didn't make the team that I thought I would make. And all of these insecurities are, honestly, that they may go into the school year with. But what they should know is that God's plan always prevails. So even though things may look really crazy for you, know that it's always for his good. And of course we can't see it. We're in the midst. Of course we can't see it when we're going through it, but we just have to trust. That's where our trust comes in, and where we have to show them that they have to trust, knowing that it is always going to be okay. And while it may seem like the end of the world based on their childlike mind, it's not. And so things aren't going to go perfectly. You may have bad, and I'm putting quotes because I don't want to say bad days, because we might not be able to control what happens to us. We do control how we respond to the things that happen to us. And so you control whether or not you have a bad day and how you allow those things to impact you. And so things may happen that we don't like. We may be completely embarrassed, but you are a child of God. You pick your head up or pick your body up if it's a fall or whatever, and keep it moving. Keep on going. Don't limit God. Don't limit his hand. Don't limit his plan. Don't limit what he has for you because of your own negativity or small-mindedness, because you just can't see a way out. None of us can see or imagine the things that he can do for us. Even in our biggest, most imaginative and creative dreams, thoughts, and ideas that we have, God can take it way further, because we fail to forget where our dreams, thoughts, and ideas come from, especially when we're within his will. And so remember that. I encourage you, say, whether it's each morning, whether it's at night, or both, but not only cover them in prayers, but also show them how to pray for themselves. Help them to establish that life for themselves. Help them to let them know that God is always there listening to them. He's always there watching over them, guiding them, protecting them. So even in the midst, right there, even though you may not be around, if something is happening within their day, if something is going on, that they can say, Lord, I need you. Lord, I need your help. Lord, I need you to show up for me. And he absolutely will. He absolutely will. One, because he's already there. And sometimes I just sit and imagine, I just picture it in my head like an army of angels surrounding our home. And as I see my children walk into the school, an army of angels going around them as they're taking each step, surrounding them, covering them, protecting them from so many things, because so many things are out there. The devil is on attack against our minds, our bodies, our families. Because when we're like, nope, devil, you're not going to get me. I'm covered. I speak life, and you're saying and doing all the things. And the devil's like, okay, all right. What about her child? I know that's a weakness for her. Let me go to her child. But your child is already equipped. Your child is anointed. Your child is covered. And so that's just another block for him. Again, we give him way too much power. Way too much power. Because we forget he cannot do anything except allowed by God. If you remember the book of Job, and it starts off with a conversation between the Lord and Satan. And he's like, what are you doing? The Lord is like, Satan, like, what are you doing? Walking to and fro. He's trying to find, I'm trying to find somebody to bother, to mess with. And God says, have you considered my servant Job? Because he knows he will stay faithful. He knows no matter what, he's going to stay with him. And the thing that we don't think about, God could have already been like, I would love to bless Job even more. So I'm going to allow this thing so that he can see. So he has a reminder of just how good I am. Because sometimes we do get comfortable. We praise God. We give him glory. But we do get a little comfortable in our mix. So God's like, try Job. And then the devil's like, I can't. You have a hedge of protection around him. That wasn't just for Job. That wasn't just because it's the Bible days, as we say. That's period. That's each of us who are his children. Going back again, Isaiah 54:17. The end of the verse, towards the end, it says, these benefits are enjoyed by the servants of the Lord. Their vindication will come from me. We are servants of the Lord, are we not? Do we not serve God? So you served me, I got you. That's what that says. Feel free to bow down because I have your back covered. Feel free to be vulnerable because I got you covered. Your head, your feet, your thoughts, every step you take. And so I just want to, again, pray over your children, pray over your households, anoint them, cover them, and then show them how to have that relationship to speak to God themselves, knowing that they are covered, that he is there, always ready to listen, always ready to protect, always ready to move on their behalf. So take those thoughts, pull your children in, and if it's a child that you may not have the best relationship with, let's say maybe it's estranged, even with that, you can still pray for them. You can still cover them. You can still have the Lord to protect them. And just pray for the spirit of forgiveness, whether from you or for them or both. And so I leave you knowing no weapon formed against you as a person, you as in your family, you as in your child, your children, anything in your possession, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. They may be formed, but they will not prosper. And until next time. Hey friend, if this episode stirred something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Make sure you subscribe to She Leads Boldly so you never miss an episode. And let's stay connected. Join our growing community of faith-driven powerhouse women where you'll find real talk, encouragement, and tools to fuel your journey. Oh, and I've created something special just for the bold, faith-driven women like you. An ebook, When You Know His Name. Discover identity, intimacy, and the power of prayer through the names of God. This ebook is designed to equip and encourage you to lead with clarity, courage, and conviction in every space God assigns you to. Available now on Amazon. And if you're ready for deeper clarity, I would love to personally walk with you. I offer a one-on-one session called Your Path to Purpose and Power. And it's to help you break through the overwhelm and realign with what God is actually calling you to in this season. Whether it's burnout, boundaries, or fresh vision, you don't have to figure it out alone. All links are in the show notes. Oh, and one last thing. I would love to hear from you. What questions are you carrying this season? What topics would serve your walk, your work, your womanhood right now? Send me a message or an email because this podcast is for you, and I want every episode to speak directly to where you are. Remember, you don't have to choose between your faith, your family, and the calling on your life. God's grace makes room for it all. So until next time, stay anchored in purpose, covered in grace, and always ready to rise. Talk soon, friend.